kindness. Brexit would help Britain put a stop to Brussels' exploitation of developing countries. Britain can now look to forge long-lasting, mutual beneficial trade deals with countries outside the European Union after severing ties with the bloc and all its associated red tape, Brexiteer and former Labour Party MP Baroness Hoey has said. The peer, previously Kate Hoey, MP for Vauxhall until she stood before the last general election, was announced as Britain's new trade envoy to Ghana earlier this month. And she told that Brexit would also help Britain to put a stop to Brussels' exploitation of developing countries, by cutting out the EU as the middleman. Ms. Hoey, a former minister under ex-Prime Minister Tony Blair who represented her seat first for Labour and then eventually as an independent, said, "I think the point of it is that we're no longer going to be looking to the European Union as being the be-all and end-all and everything. And therefore, the more we get people in this country just to think of the world outside the European Union, given that it's not been this great disaster that everyone said, the better." She stressed, "We haven't taken these opportunities in the past because we were so tied in by the EU rules." Ms. Hoey said Ghana, whose official language is English, was an excellent fit for the UK. Additionally, its relative closeness to the UK, being just a 5.5-hour flight away, also made it a natural partner, she pointed out. She said, "I will probably visit later in the year, but the first thing we do is get to know the Ghanaian business diaspora community." Ms. Hoey, whose unpaid role will involve making introductions and facilitating meetings between representatives of the two countries, emphasized the benefits went both ways. For example, in 2019, Ghana exported £1.16 billion worth of cocoa beans, but these were processed into products including cocoa powder and cocoa butter elsewhere. Ms. Hoey said, "This is something we said when we were campaigning to leave. They produce the cocoa, then Germany or somewhere else takes it and makes all the money out of it. A lot of those developing countries could sell the cocoa but they couldn't turn it into anything. The next stage is always done in Western countries, so there is a bit of support we can give them on that." Ms. Hoey also emphasized Ghana's role as an important regional leader in West Africa under President Nana Akufo-Addo. She said, "Ghana is very stable and the current president was educated in England. When the Commonwealth Conference was held last time in the United Kingdom, a couple of years ago, and Buckingham Palace had the dinner, it was the Ghanaian president who did the toast to the Queen." A report published alongside it said, "With our exit from the EU, government has sought to deliver the maximum possible certainty to businesses and consumers through ensuring continuity in the United Kingdom's existing trade relationships. It is in both Ghana and the United Kingdom's interests to minimize disruption to trade flows. To achieve this, government has developed new agreements that replicate, as far as possible, the effects of the EU's trade arrangements with partner countries, as they applied to the United Kingdom prior to the end of the transition period." Green groups have welcomed a new 10-point plan from Prime Minister Boris Johnson to deliver a green recovery from the coronavirus pandemic and build towards the net zero emissions target. But the lack of a clear roadmap is dampening an otherwise monumental green policy moment. The Prime Minister's highly anticipated plan was released late on Tuesday night, the 17th of November, and signals a clear intention that the UK wants to be a world leader in an array of clean technologies. The plan is aimed at eradicating the UK's contribution to climate change by 2050, which has been enshrined into law as part of the net zero emissions target. The £12 billion plan will support up to 250,000 green jobs, with the government aiming to secure 3 times as much investment from the private sector by 2030. Find out about each individual point of the plan here.